Hey guys, today I will be talking to you about Sterling Archer and his unethical behavior. Archer is a field agent for the ISIS agency, which stands for the International Secret Intelligence Service. This agency is incredibly corrupt, which isn't a surprise considering how every employee is very unethical, the most unethical of the bunch being Sterling Archer. His sexist and racist remarks often go unpunished, which leads him to continue making such jokes and statements. Archer is the primary field agent, with his partner being Lana Kane, an African-American woman who Archer often makes sexist jokes to. Lana is expected to act feminine and like a lady, even though being a field agent requires physical and mental attributes such as strength and knowledge. Archer makes fun of Lana for having huge monstrous hands, and always tells her he is better for the job solely because he's a man. Archer and Lana spend plenty of time disagreeing with one another, especially since Archer's ego is so big he can't accept when he's lost. In one case of Archer being racist towards Lana, in Season 1, Episode 3, he says, quote, "Our agency is diverse. You're blackish. Well, what's the word for it, Lana? You freaked out when I said quadroon," unquote. Usually when Archer makes a racist or sexist remark, it goes without consequence. People around him would either ignore it, or at the most argue with him for a couple minutes and forget it ever happened. Archer also treats Lana as a sexual object, asking her for sexual favors in some situations. Like in this instance here, Archer is trapped in the prison and asks for Lana's touch. She then goes on to grab his head and smack it against the prison bars. This is only one of many examples Archer always finds a way to casually sneak in sexual remarks in everyday conversations. Archer can relate back to Wollstonecraft and how she talks about the roles of women in society. She says women during her time were meant to be housewives and children caretakers. Archer reiterates this fact by saying he's the better field agent because he's a man. He also sees Lana as a sexual object, which Wollstonecraft says was another role for women in her society. Although women in today's society have advanced immensely, they are all still discriminated, like in some instances shown in Archer. Overall, Archer is racist, sexist, and completely unethical. The real question is, how many people in today's society does Archer represent, and will it ever disappear? His unethical behavior is exaggerated, but there are people in the current day who act as unethical as Archer does. It is up to every one of us to make sure these people get punished for their harassment. Maybe then, the future generations will have more ethical lifestyles, and Wollstonecraft can be content.
Lana, trust me, this is the only way.
All right. But turn around.
Turn around? It's not like we haven't all seen them before.
Don't remind me. Okay. There.
Although, I guess it has been a long time.
Meaning?
Nothing. Just bet you're glad we're in reduced gravity.
Oh!
Well, I didn't invent the ravages of time. Okay, Ray, Cyril, get ready. Lana, pretend it's 5 years ago.
I wish it was so I could murder you before we ever dated.